A question that we get asked a lot is what are the differences between a Super X298D and a Super 298D. First, we will talk about the similarities. Both units have top air and bottom air. This is the Super X, has top air and bottom air. Both machines are 4-screen mills. 1, 2, 3, 4. Both machines run screen size 54 inches wide by 60 inches long. Both machines have variable speed shoe shake. This is the variable speed shoe shake on the Super X 298D. Both machines are equipped with roll feed hoppers or brush hoppers or check flow metering hoppers. Both machines require a 10 horsepower electric motor. This is the Super 298D. You will notice that it is designed overall differently. It's more open. The motor is up here. Your fans are more exposed. You will notice the machine is more open. You can see your fans. You can see more openings on the mill that are wider. So overall appearance is different on a 298 than a Super X 298. The upper fans on the Super X are more in a cabinet type situation. The bottom fan on the Super 298D has a shorter air column. The bottom fan on the Super X 298D has a longer air column. This allowed them to move the fan back to lower the overall height of the mill. The bottom air settling chamber on a Super 298D comes up here and into this bin and discharges. The bottom air settling chamber on the Super X 298D settles here and has an auger to bring the discharge out to the side of the mill. The main difference between the Super 298D and the Super X 298D is styling of the machine overall, and the top screen and the bottom screen are offset by 14 inches. This allows the grain to fall through the first screen and be at the very beginning of the second screen. Same process is repeated on the bottom shoe. The flow on both machines are the same: scalp, sift, scalp, sift. The Super 298D has the same screen flow arrangement: scalp, sift, scalp, sift. You will notice that these screens are not as offset as the Super X. Basically one on top of the other. Both units can be equipped with brushes to clean the screens or ball trays. The pitman connecting arms on a Super 298D are wood. The pitman connecting arms on a Super X 298D are steel. However, this does not make the other unit inferior to the Super X. The overall length of the Super 298D with the catch-all attached is 152 inches. The overall length of the Super X 298D with catch-all attached is 149 inches. The Super X298D overall height is 97.5 inches. The Super 298D's overall height is 97.5 inches. They are exactly the same. At this time, we have them setting one in front of the other. The unit on the right has been completely reconditioned. The unit on the left has been brought to us and has been completely checked over, put into operating condition, and is ready to go back to the customer. These cleaners, even though they differ in design and appearance, still clean seed to top quality standards and purity. Some people come to us and think the Super 298D is older than the Super X298D. I would personally like to point out that these two units are only 5 units apart in serial number. They were both made in 1969. The Super 298D is serial number 29051. The Super X298D is serial number 29056. As we just showed you on the serial numbers, these units are only 5 digits apart and were made in the same year, and they came from different parts of the country. So these units being 5 digits apart, they were still making the Super 298D and the Super X298D at the same time. The last thing I would like to point out, the Super X298D and the Super 298D have smaller versions called the Super 29D and the Super X29D. And then there's a third smaller unit called the Super 297D and the Super X297D. All designed the same way, they just run narrower screens. If your clipper unit ends in an 8, 298, it will run 54-inch wide by 60-inch screens. If this was a Super 29D, no 8, it ends in a 9, it would run 42-inch by 60-inch screens. If this unit was a Super 297D, it would run 34 by 42-inch screens.